When I ran the first time, I thought of myself as being a transition president. I can't even say how old I am. It's hard for me to get out of my mouth. Although it's a great honor being president, I think I have an obligation to the country to do the most important thing to do, and that is we must defeat Trump.
President Biden finally opening up about his decision, was it his decision, to drop out of the 2024 race. Meanwhile, a former advisor with his administration is blaming top Democrats and the media and donors for turning their backs on her old boss. Listen.
If you go back and you look at the polls, what you will see is you didn't see much movement whatsoever coming out of the debate because it was a fairly the structure of this campaign had been fairly static for a long time, and the debate didn't change that. What did change it was 24 days of unremitting, negative, horrible attacks on Joe Biden.
Joining us now with more is Fox and Friends co-host and host of One Nation, Brian Kilmeade. So great to have you on the show, Brian. So what happened after the debate that was fascinating to me is that George Clooney, who's really tight with Barack Obama, wrote an op-ed saying, hey, maybe Joe Biden should step down. And I think that was a signal to the media that they now could be unleashed. They had permission to go after Joe Biden for the final takedown in a coordinated takedown.
You know, Rachel, things have happened so quickly and everyone's focusing on the new opponent for President Trump. We have not looked back yet. And I think it's fascinating to watch Democrats coming on Democrats, not Republicans and Democrats going at each other. And Anita Dunn, whose idea it was to go get that debate done in June because they were more concerned than they were letting on about how they were trailing Trump. They wanted to get back in control. They realized, in my view, that those court cases were not doing nothing but making him more popular, more sympathetic. So they said, let's get this thing done in June. She was asked, do you regret doing that? Was that a part of a conspiracy to expose Joe so he gets out quickly? And she basically said, there's no way. Joe Biden has a history of stepping up in big moments. And they said, like the State of the Union, the comeback was, yeah, that was on the prompter. He says, but his ad libs were even stronger. And then once this is so, I thought this was so telling in the Politico interview. When asked, everyone says Joe Biden is still very angry at Pelosi, Obama, and Schumer to a lesser extent. You know what her answer is? But he's 1,000% all in for Kamala Harris, which means he is furious.
Right.
And what does that say about your character? When you're down, I'm going to kick you, I'm going to stab you in the back, flip you over, stab you in the front, and then I'm going to humiliate you, tell the donors to stay out, and give you 24 hours to decide to quit, but you really had no choice. And they say that Harris was not maneuvering behind the scenes. I have not heard that she was, but it amazes me personally that she could get this campaign going, these stops organized, everything done so quickly. I think at some level a story's going to be told about she was getting all her ducks in a row to be able to launch like this.
Yeah, there's a lot of intrigue, and it's seeping out. It's been very interesting to watch. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris has chosen Tim Walz from Pete Hegseth's home state of Minnesota as her running mate, and they're trying to present him as, the shop teacher at your local high school, as the coach. But there's a lot more to this guy. It just doesn't ring true. So you have a new special on Fox Nation called Who is Tim Walz? Tell us about it.
Well, just wherever you go, Rachel, people, I'm amazed how well-read and how much the average person who does other things for a living knows about what's going on. So quickly, I think this special really goes out of its way to give you a competency on who he is, what he became from a so-called moderate in the House to a real left-wing governor. I don't know if he's been fully vetted. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm saying he's a left-wing guy. And what Peggy Noonan said yesterday, I thought was written so yesterday was so true. What Kamala Harris is saying by picking Tim Walz is that I am going to win with the left alone. I'm going to get the young people to vote for the first time, the left-wingers who were sitting out the last time to vote this time. And if you're an anti-Trumper, you can come aboard. I don't really care. if you're a moderate, you can come aboard. But the left wing, it would be all in for the left wing or nothing, which is scary because if they win, how they will govern will really affect this country forever. And I talk about that a little bit. I'm going to talk about that a little bit tonight. I got Kayleigh McEnany on One Nation tonight at 9 o'clock. I got John Taffer on the real economy tonight. Tulsi Gabbard, how she's on the don't fly list. I wonder if that has anything to do with who she took down in the debate. Tyrus looks at bad media moments. And the secret weapon of Donald Trump is Michaela Montgomery. We got to talk to her tonight. So hopefully everyone will watch.
What a great lineup. Thank you for joining us this morning, Brian.
I'm just living here in Allentown.
I know you are. Actually, he's probably heading to the beach because he could have come in studio and he decided not to. All right. Bye, Brian.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.